So we are going to look at a rather funny bug that we had in Payday 2. It's the very strange bending neck. As you see here, it bends in a not so very pleasant way. So why is this happening? Yeah, it looks super fun. Yeah, this happens because this is a first-person game, but this is a third-person representation of what's going on. And in first-person games, they sort of have a lower body that's doing the running and strafing and such things. And as you can see here, it's an other system how the lower body works. So you have all the directions for the lower body. So you can go forward and you can jog and you can strafe and walk sideways and all those movements, and that's just on the lower body, because as you know, the upper body in a first-person game is driven by your mouse, so it's separated. So then you have the upper body doing another thing, and there's no movement except what you're doing with your feet and legs. So that's why many times it looks unnatural when you see a first-person game in a third-person representation. So many times you can of course do it better than we did. So what you could maybe just aim with the arm, but in our case we didn't actually have any aiming. The only thing that happened was that code was driving the aiming by bending all the joints in his back. So it was no animation from the animators, it was just code driven. Bend all the joints in his back so he can aim at what you're aiming at. So, and that's of course a problem, because something's called gimbal in rotation logic, and if you rotate very fast, it tries to take the shortest way. So that's what happened. As you see here, it will, if you rotate very fast, and then the rotation values get sort of confused, and then it will do this super funny thing. So you end up in this pose like we did see in the very first funny videos, when you have him walking with his head in a very strange position. So that's what's happening in Payday 2.